Hello again, and welcome to the third part of our investigation into different ways to spell the sound sh. Our title, Permission on This Occasion, gives us the last two versions that we are going to be looking at in these lessons. Lessons that are all about the spelling for final syllables in a word. Permission, we are using double SI, and occasion, we have a different sound. So it isn't just that we're using SI. The sound is zh, not sh. Let's take a look and see. And somebody is being beckoned in, I think. Let's find out who, but first we'll write our title. Permission is our first word. Per, and we have Miss Sion could be your spelling language. On this, occasion, capital O, occasion. Permission on this occasion, and we underline our title. And you'll notice that on and this did not have capital letters. We saved the capital letters for the important words in our title. Permission and occasion. So, let's find out who gives the permission and why on this occasion. The pensioner at the front door of the mansion beckoned me over. Okay, that's the first part of our first sentence. We'll start with the pensioner. The and then we have pensioner. Pensioner. And this was all discussed in writing words to see if you wanted to take another look. But S-I-O-N can be said in two different ways. We've already looked at jeune. This one is shun because it follows a consonant. The pensioner at the front door, at the front. Our spelling language could be front, door, of the mansion. Man, and then the same shun ending as pension. A mansion is a big house. Beckoned. So we start with beck, C and then a K, on, there's our starter word, and we've added suffix ed. Beckoned, the lass over. The lass, double S, because it's a one-syllable word with a short vowel sound, over, and she felt some tension. Over, and she felt some tension. Scion could be a spelling language. As she rushed over to talk to him. And talk looks a little bit like talc with a K. To him. And a full stop. And there's the dog, who we can see has pulled away because he still has his lead on. I wonder what he was chasing. He looked at the dog. Look, and then suffix ed, at the dog. And, comma, because we're adding a little bit of extra detail, using no aggression. You sing is what it looks like. Using no aggression. Could be a spelling language. No aggression. And a comma again. Because that's the end of that wee phrase in the middle of the sentence. Began a discussion. Began a discussion would be our spelling language. A discussion. Shun with a double S. And then a full stop. It was obviously a friendly one. I get the impression that the dog is on a mission. But did he get permission? Okay. Speech marks. I get the... Same as the. It just can be said differently sometimes. I get the impression. Impress, scion. I get the impression that the dog is on a mission. That the dog is on a mission. And it is a Miss Scion word again. Sh, spelt with a double S-I. But did he get permission? But did he get and then mission at the end. Permission. And that is very definitely a question. So we will need a question mark. I think he must be being funny. And speech marks. Let's find out what he says next. The pensioner grinned and added, "Is he in possession of an admission token?" Definitely being funny. Okay, the pensioner. So this time we have our starter word pension, and again we've added ER. The pensioner, grinned, grin, we're adding suffix ed, so we doubled the N, and added, and add already had a double consonant at the end, so no doubling there. And speech marks again, because he's finishing what he was saying. Is he in possession? So, possession. Possession. Possession is how we say it. Of an admission token. Add, and then we have mission again. Admission token. Token. The K is written with a K because it's followed by an E. There. So that's his funny question. Let's see what our next hint is. Oh, hold tight. Must have something to do with him being in the garden with his lead dragging on the ground. He pulled and dashed off, Shannon said. So Shannon is writing her last story, looking into the different ways of spelling shun. Shannon's speech marks Down a line because it's a different person speaking. He pulled. Pull, and it has a double L already. And dashed off. Dash. That has two consonants, so no doubling. Off. Shannon said. Shannon said. Oh, a quizzical face. Do you think that's what the man is thinking? The man smiled and said, I understand the confusion. Let's start with the man smiled. The man, and smile, we drop the E and add suffix ed. And said, and here we'll have a comma. I understand the confusion. Speech marks. I understand. It's a bit of a word sum, that one, isn't it? Understand the confusion. The and few, that syllable ended in a vowel, so we will say jeune, the confusion, even though we spell it S-I-O-N. And on this occasion, and on this occasion, I've, short for I have, made a D-C with a C-I, jeune. Here, take this. Here, comma, take this. He must have been handing her something. Oh, look at that. A photo of another dog. He handed Shannon a photo of a similar dog. Ah, so that's why that photo was there. He handed, start a word, hand and suffix ed. Shannon, written with an sh, Shannon, a photo, and photo, PH spelling, of a, and I think I will fit? It did. Similar. Lar. Similar dog. And then he says, this can be the token. Speech marks. This can be the token. Token. K, written with a K because it's followed by an E. No division. And 3 eyes to dot. In this garden. In this garden. Garden. Full stop. There are inclusion rules. Okay, so inclusion means they are included. There, we have the THERE spelling. There are inclusion. A U after the letter L can sound like oo. Inclusion rules. For dogs that are the vision, that are the vision. And then jeune. Well done. Of a best mate. Of a best mate. Full stop, and then we'll close the speech marks for a little bit. He tapped the photo. Looking at a picture of Shannon's dog, you can see that they are similar. He tapped. Tap. And then we've doubled the P to add suffix ed. The photo. And then we'll have a comma because he's going to speak again. Seeing him as I looked up from the television was like a revision of times past. So it made him think about his best mate. Seeing him and speech marks first. SEE before adding suffix ing. As I looked up, as I looked. Look is our starter word, and we add suffix ed. Up from the television. From the, and we'll put television on the next page. Vision. We add vision at the end. Television, comma, was like a revision of times past. Let's write was like a revision first. Was a star, was like a revision, a revision. Same ending as television. Of times past. Past. And we will close with speech marks. Oh, maybe the man is going to meet the dog. Shannon called Sug, and he ran up. New paragraph. Shannon called Sug, a capital S. So we write the letter U. G, so we write the letter G. Sug. Very funny name. Wonder if we'll find out why he's called that. And he ran up. The man patted him. So pat, double the T to add suffix ed. Patted him. And asked about his unusual name. And asked, ask, and then suffix ed, about. So it's like ab and then out. We haven't covered that spelling choice yet. Ow is written O-U, and we will be including it soon. About his unusual name. His unusual And you'll notice that the Z sound is written with an S. Unusual. Name. His real name is Sugar, but Sug reminds me of the spelling. So here's our sugar, a bowl of it, brown sugar. It's a good way of remembering how to spell it. Speech marks. His real name is, and then for sugar, well, she's quite right. We start with capital S-U-G. Another different way of spelling sh. Shug-ar. Sug-ar. As a spelling language. But sug reminds me of the spelling. But Sug, which I guess was a bit of a nickname, reminds me of the spelling. Spell, and then we add suffix ing and close the speech marks. The man's hand and Shannon's smaller hand, thumbs up. Just add AR. I like that, he replied as he stroked Sugar. So, speech marks, then just. Now we haven't actually introduced that letter yet. J-U-S-T. Just add A-R. And we've used inverted commas because it's not a word we're thinking about as spelling for the end of a word. I like that. Comma and close the speech marks. I like that. Comma and close the speech marks. He, and then we have the word replied. Reply would have a Y at the end, but we drop the Y and replace it with an I before adding suffix ed. Replied. As he stroked Sugar. Stroke, and then we drop the E to add suffix ed. Stroked Sugar. And gave Shannon and gave Shannon, what do you think he's going to give her? His lead. He obviously picked it up while he was stroking him. Lead. With the EA spelling. Speech marks again as he says, happy. Happy. We haven't introduced using the spelling choice for the end of the word happy, but you can just think of I am HAPPY. Conclusion. Conclusion. And clue, it's that U after an L again. So it does sound like ooh, but we write a U. For us all. For us all. So now Sugar and Shannon would both get home safely. Wonderful. Now let's read our story. Oh, and here we can see the dog who's run off and Shannon's shocked face. Permission on this occasion. The pensioner at the front door of the mansion beckoned the lass over, and she felt some tension as she rushed over to talk to him. He looked at the dog and, using no aggression, began a discussion. I get the impression that the dog is on a mission, but did he get permission? The pensioner grinned and added, Is he in possession of an admission token? He pulled and dashed off, Shannon said. The man smiled and said, I understand, and on this occasion I've made a decision. Here, take this. He handed Shannon a photo of a similar dog. This can be the token. No division in this garden. There are inclusion rules for dogs that are the vision of a best mate. He tapped the photo. Seeing him as I looked up from the television was like a revision of times past. Shannon called Sug, and he ran up. The man patted him and asked about his unusual name. His real name is Sugar, but Sug reminds me of the spelling. Just add AR. I like that, he replied, as he stroked Sugar and gave Shannon his lead. A happy conclusion for us all. Definitely a thumbs up moment. Thank you for joining me.